It's time.
Hello Poppets, welcome back to my channel. So yes, today it is time. It has been a while since I've done a review on the 1-star reviews. We started off with Philosopher's Stone, obviously. Then we moved on to the Chamber of Secrets. If you haven't seen them two, where have you been? They're on my channel. Just go look at those. They don't have to be watched in order, but they're on there if you fancy watching those. Now, so yeah, we're moving on to Prisoner of Azkaban. Now, Prisoner of Azkaban is one of my favourites. Philosopher's Stone and Chamber of Secrets. They're not a least favourite as in I don't like the films, alright? Before anyone comes at me. I think because with them being the first two films, I've not overwatched them. I don't know how to explain it. Prisoner of Azkaban, Prisoner of Azkaban is one of my favourites, alright? I didn't even have to elaborate further after that, did I? These 1-star reviews, I'll probably take more to heart, and I did roast the other people in the other two films, so this one could be quite interesting. I've got my Mac. I'll find the 1-star reviews on IMDb and we will crack on. So if you want to hear my review on these 1-star reviews of Prisoner of Azkaban, then keep on watching. And if this is the first time you've seen my face, I know you're staring at my spot. Don't. Welcome to my channel. If you love anything to do with Harry Potter, then this is the place for you. Join the magic and mayhem, hit subscribe, because I'd love to have you. A massive thank you to these guys. These guys are my Patreons. They help me keep this channel running just that little bit more. If you'd like to know anything about Patreon, it's linked in the description of this video, along with my social medias. Go see what I'm up to on those. It's really hot in this room. Let's do this. Okay, the Mantra Man. I'm coming after you. Okay, so this one says, Prisoner of Azkaban has magic, but not magical enough. Like the previous two. That's all they had to say. Magic, but not magical enough. He said it was magic. So the film did its thing. It was magic. So shush, Mantra Man. Okay, Ryan291. What a disappointment. This movie is a disgrace to the series. The consistency issues in regards to the book and the first two films are readily apparent. Even to fans who have not read the books, the change in the geography of Hogwarts and how the characters dress are easily recognised as a break in continuity. Did I say that right? The screenplay is chunked and leaves many important pieces to the overall storyline unexplained. Okay, right, okay. Okay, that's fine if that's how you feel. Needless to say, the scenes do not flow very well and it leaves the non-reader confused in many places. Well, I've got some news for you, okay? I watched the films before I read the books, right? Because when I was younger, reading was a challenge because I cannot sit still. I say I cannot instead of I couldn't sit still because I still cannot sit still, all right? But I have read the book since. But what I'm getting at anyway, The Prisoner of Azkaban, when I watched that, I wasn't left confused. Please don't speak for all of us. Thank you, Ryan. Is that his name? Yes, thank you, Ryan. 291. Next one, Butchered, okay, this is Fandry, 69. These are all on IMDb, you can go have a laugh yourself. Oh, you've put a long one, Fandry, you've really, oh, there we go. This new director did a great job making a movie with a lot of flash and no bang. He did not just cut things out of the movie, but he made huge changes to the wizarding world. I will list some of them now. Oh, do Fandry, bore us. Opening scene, Harry, picture this. He's trying to cast a spell under his sheets, a spell that is not even in the books, but darn, in the books it's highly illegal for wizards not of age to be casting spells outside of school, let alone in a muggle neighbourhood. Okay, I have questioned this myself, Andre. I'll give you that one. A huge change that I saw were flying dementors. In the books, they just hover over the ground. In the movie, he has them chasing him like airplanes, sorry. Zooming all around. In the book, they had to list the ways of telling a weird... Right, hang on a minute. Let's go back to the Dementors. What is wrong? Right, okay, so it says hovering over the ground in the books, right? But in the film, yes, they do, clearly. They're high in the sky on that Quidditch pitch, okay? It's a slight change, okay? Right. I don't understand why you're getting so upset over a very slight change. It's slight. They're still technically flying, because hovering... Do you know what I mean? You're just picking now. You're picking. In the book, they had to list the ways of telling a werewolf from a normal wolf. Nowhere did I hear long, thin legs in the books. A werewolf looks very much like a normal wolf, other than a few things like eyes and snout length. Right, hang on. I think you're nitpicking again. All right. In the books, there is only one time you will catch a wizard in Muggle clothes, and that's when he is in a Muggle town. In the movie, they almost never wear cloaks or robes, and that's after J.K. Rowling did a great job telling us what each of these wizards normally wear. The first two movies followed the book great. It was like reading every other page. This movie was like a friend reading the third. That is non-uniform day, right? If they've got no lesson stock, they can wear whatever they want. Just have in mind, most of these people are coming from the Muggle realm, if that's what you want to call it. Do you know what I mean? During the summer holidays and that, most of them live in the Muggle part. They have Muggle clothing. They don't have to wear their school robes. They're only schooling at the moment. They're not wizards and witches living off and doing their wizard and witching things as adults. They're school children. Would you walk around in your school uniform all day, every day, even at weekends and when you haven't got lessons? No. Right, I'm stopping with Fandry. Your butchered comment, well, headline for this review, you're nitpicking. Okay, so Python/C. I'm sure you were in another one that I've done. The worst yet. That's it. That's all they put. Wow. Okay. Oh, and then Rosebud Chick, don't waste your time. That's all they put. Elaborate. Python, why is it the worst yet? And Rosebud Chick, why shouldn't we waste our time? I didn't waste my time, I know that. Oh, Superstar Han. Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, question mark. I think not. That's all they put. Elaborate. Okay, then we've got J41 Dupe. This movie is not worth the money. They've elaborated. Oh, they've elaborated quite a lot. Let's have a delve. Oh, wow. I mean, they had a lot to say. Okay, they've numbered everything. Number 1, this movie is the worst of the 3. Lies! Right. Number 3, the firebolt scene is so cheesy. That's not how you spell cheesy. Just say it. What is he playing at? This scene is so cheesy. What is he playing at? Number 4, this filming is horrible, completely like a home video type thing. The camera was too close to the characters. What are you going on about? Sometimes we have close-up scenes in films. If you think you can do better, you do it. You do it. Come on. You do it. Shush! Guys, don't take this video too seriously. It's just a bit of fun. I'm just skimming through. The entire storyline has no depth. I don't think the director, read the series. He probably read only the 3rd book. And that too, he didn't understand half of it. That is your opinion. Prisoner of Azkaban is actually, from what I can believe, one of the popular ones. I'm sure Prisoner of Azkaban is a very popular one. I'm sure it is with a lot of people. Is it the book or the film? Can't think. I love it all. But Prisoner of Azkaban for me is definitely one of my favourite films. Anyway, let's carry on looking through yours. Padfoot is supposed to be bigger than the werewolf. Okay, we get it. Right. It says in the book that maybe, yeah, but it's not like it's a change that made a massive difference. Like, I don't know if I'm making any sense. It just, for me, I mean, this is just my opinion on their reviews, right? It's just nitpicking again. Nitpicking. Stop nitpicking. You didn't like the film, we get it. This one was crap. Sack the director. Get a new scene right. Screen right. Another idea, get someone who has actually been to England and has learnt their culture to be the director. If you can't find one, pick the best you can find and station him there for a year before you start filming. The thing is, though, you're just saying, like, pick someone out of a crowd there. Then it probably would look like a home movie. But you're moaning that it looked like a home movie. I can't even remember your name, and it's completely irrelevant. J41 Deep, if that is your real name. Then we've got Michael853. Hope you have read the book because the movie plot is full of holes. It's very hard to figure out what is going on. I had no struggles, and I hadn't read the book. Don't get me wrong, I liked some of it. Hey! But you gave it 1 star. But as a whole, the movie sucked. That doesn't make sense. You liked some of it, but the movie sucked, like, as a whole. Like, you haven't said I liked some of it, but most of it I didn't like. You've just said you liked some of it, but as a whole, the movie sucked. So you didn't like it. And then they go on to say, actually, within the first 3 minutes, I couldn't wait for the movie to end. I left angry. Your review's completely baffling me and confusing me. You've just said you liked some of it, but after 3 minutes you wanted to leave. And the whole movie as a whole sucked. Yeah. You heard me right, and I'm reading it right, guys. Reading it right. Do you know, a lot of people don't like this director. It's mean. Horrible, one of the worst movies I've ever seen in my entire life. And then they go on to say, I did not enjoy it myself once sitting through it, as it just drags on without an end. Because there's more films coming. It's not going to end. And then they say, I felt like I was sitting through the first two all over again. You've just watched the first two. You didn't like them. So you put more pain on yourself because you didn't like the first two and watch the third one. What is wrong with you? If you didn't like them, why are you watching them? Why are you carrying on? You secretly like it. I know. It's all right. Duda, 35, I like that. An unfortunate waste of time and money. Thus far, this was the worst movie in the series. Why do people keep saying this? Let me know in the comments. Was it the worst in the series for you? Let me know. I disagree with putting the Hogwarts students into Muggle clothing. It takes away from the feel of the movie. Dressing differently is part of the whole package. They're not meant to be like us. I'm not going to go through this again. I'm not Duda. Sirius and James, this review's from, feels more like 3 go to Hogwarts, no magic. This film has no sparkle to it. It's got plenty of sparkle. It gets darker. It definitely gets darker with Prisoner of Azkaban, but just shush. Oh, they go on. Oh, they go on. Then they go on to say, like, the scene in the book where the knife slashed curtains have been abandoned as unimportant. Right. They're trying to make this film as kid-friendly as possible, and knife slashing isn't exactly kid-friendly. Think about it. It was dark enough as it was, all right? Okay, so Furin Wolf. A Potter movie not for Potter fans. Someone who hasn't read the book might say this is a good movie. Like I said, I did watch the movie without reading the book first, and I thought it was good. Or even the best Potter movie ever. Okay. But anyone who knows the book will surely be disappointed by it. Stop speaking for all of us. Stop it, because I did read the book in the end, and I still love Prisoner of Azkaban, all right? They just go on to say, they give their opinions a bit nitpicking. And in my opinion, the movie is really awful, but there is hope for the next one. The director will be another than this time. Nobody liked this director. Did you like this director for Prisoner of Azkaban? I thought it was alright. Okay, Halibut 5 has put not horrible. And that's all they've put. But yet you gave it a 1 star. Okay. Okay, so Philadelphia has said, failure. This movie is an utter failure. Let us begin by acknowledging this simple fact. Let us begin. You elaborate, my dear. They failed to cast a decent Dumbledore. No, you did not just insult Dumbledore. And yes, I mean the person that played him, but you can't. A bird just flew past and it distracted me, I'm sorry. They failed by adding in rubbish that wasn't in the book. They failed by making a horribly stupid ending. It's just a very big failure. It gives movies a bad name. There's worse movies. There are so much. I know I love Prisoner of Azkaban, but even if I didn't love it, there's worse movies out there. It gives movies a bad name. Oh, Philadelphia. Worst movie that should have been good. Worst movie that should have been good ever released. What? The only thing that can be said about this movie that isn't the word fail is that the acting of the cast that was already in it and most of the new actors played the characters well. And then ended with fail. Oh, wow, so much anger and hate, so much. Genlaw, I was so disappointed. And I'm sorry you genuinely disappointed. I really, really am. It must be horrible, to be fair, to have watched the other two, really loved them, and then been disappointed by the next one, or you've maybe enjoyed them all and got to the last one and hated it. I can imagine that being really disappointing. Luckily for me, watching them all, even after reading the books, yeah, there are changes and things, but I still love the films. I think they've done a fantastic job with them. There are a couple of things, like with when Harry did the spell under the bed quilt, obviously in the Dursleys' house. Yeah, you shouldn't underage wizardry, you shouldn't do magic outside school or whatever. Yeah, there are a few little things like that that sort of make me think a bit, but I think they did a good job with the films anyway. So anyway, Jen Law, I was so disappointed. I have seen all the TV reviews of Harry Potter and I was anxious to see the movie. Don't go. Save your money. Stop telling people what to do. Stop telling people they're not going to know unless they go see it. You could ruin it for somebody. They think, oh, I'm not going to go see it then, but they could have loved it. And then it come out on, say, obviously DVD, and then they get it and wish they'd gone to the cinema and experienced it that way. Don't tell people what to do. Just give your opinion and leave it there. All right, Susie's getting a bit serious now. I just hate it when people tell people what to do. Don't do it. I'm telling you what to do. It is the worst film of the 3 that have been released. The worst movie I have seen this year. Oh, Jen Law, I'm sorry you feel that way. It started off okay, but went downhill from there. It contained none of the humour or interaction between the characters that makes the book so popular. I was like, so what? Oh, did you really just write that? Who cares what happens to these people in this film? It left me cold. The Prisoner of Azkaban was one of my favourite of all the Potter books, and it was just ruined in the movie. I hope that the guy that wrote this screenplay and the guy that directed it will not be involved in the 4th movie. Okay, Jen Law, I actually feel sorry for this one. Like I said, for you to have your opinion and feeling so disappointed in one of them, you're looking forward to the next one coming out, and then it's just complete disappointment for you. Jen Law, I'm genuinely really sorry that you feel this way. Glitter Princess Mom, that's me. It's not me, but that just sounds like me. The worst ever book to movie adaptation I have ever seen. That's all they've put. Sean, horrible, below my expectations. That sounds really weird. It was below my expectations. If you haven't read the book, you won't be able to follow it at all. So if you haven't read the book, don't waste your time and money with this movie. 1, I hadn't read the book when I first watched Prisoner of Azkaban, and I didn't get confused. I will say it again and again and again. I did not get confused. 2, again, don't tell people what to do. Don't tell them not to waste their money. People can do whatever they want to do. Saying your opinion, I do not recommend, but do not say the words, do not waste your money. Don't go see it. No! I'm getting angry now. American Dragon XX, one of the worst movies ever made. Oh, it's not. You lie. It's really not. Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban was a terrific book, but Alfonso's direction of the movie was absolutely terrible. People really don't like Alfonso. There was no Harry Potter feel to it at all. You see, I think there is. I mean, obviously it's just my opinion, and I know a lot of people that love Prisoner of Azkaban. So they go on to say that everything good from the first 2 movies was ruined in this ridiculous excuse for a Harry Potter film. The lighting, the acting and the sequences were all wrong. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm all for expressing liberties, but for a series like Harry Potter, the movie should follow the book as much as possible because the books are just so great. Chris Columbus did such a terrific job directing the first 2 movies, and I don't know why he resigned, but he needs to come back and direct the 4th one, or else this series may be very well doomed. Sorry you feel like that. Right. We've got one very disappointed. A lot of these people are slating Alfonso, and they're just going on about obviously book to movie, like comparing. Anyway, let's go back. So this IMBD. So the rating is 7.9 out of 10 stars. Right, okay. So if I click on that, will it do anything? All right, here we go. So the most it's got is 8 stars. That's the highest percentage. So 18.7% said 10 stars, 16.6% 9 stars, a whopping 32.4% on 8 stars. 7 stars is 20.8, but then 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1 star, they're really low. 6 is 6.8, 5 is 2.3, and then it's 4, 3, 2, and 1 is 0.8, 0.5, 0.3, and 0.9. So it's not too bad. I personally, I'm going to stop because it just does my head in reading 1-star reviews. I'm going to just say this. I love Prisoner of Azkaban. I don't know why I've just said that, because I have said that throughout this video. But I do love Prisoner of Azkaban. I think it's a really good film. I do. I think it's fantastic. But let me know what you guys think. I don't know how long this video is going to be. I really, really don't. I am so sorry. I get on such a rant when I do these reviews. So I'm going to go. Again, do not take this video too seriously. It is just a bit of fun, and it's just me winding myself up. But if you enjoyed this video, guys, please give it a massive thumbs up for me, because it helps me more than you know. And I will speak to you all in my next video. Bye, Potter Poppets.